spiders. Overcoming your fears. Today I'd like to express to you how terrified I am of spiders. And this has been a lifelong fear that I've been trying to overcome. I remember as a child, most children enjoy reading Charlotte's Web. Not me. The teacher couldn't even do the itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout without making me have terror fits of intense emotion. My mom had to end up writing a memo to the school stating, please exclude my daughter from any activity that involves spiders. Ladies and gentlemen, I am speaking of arachnophobia, and that is an actual clinical term for the fear of spiders or other arachnids such as scorpions. I looked that definition up at Google. Do you know how hard it is to operate a computer search engine with your eyes closed? So I type in arachnophobia, and I grab the mouse, and I peek, and then I peek again, because there are actual photos that show up, and I'm like, Google, arachnophobia means that someone is possibly afraid. Why do you have to include images with every single search that someone performs? So I actually did find some statistics about it after I opened it up and saw no spiders on Wikipedia's page. They state that 50% of women and nearly 10% of men express a fear of spiders, so I'm not alone in my arachnophobia. And fear can be crippling, devastating, and not only cause harm to yourself, but possibly others. So I started with my childhood. Now I'll bring you fast forward to college. I lived in a duplex-style home by myself. And it was a weekend. I traveled to meet mom and dad, hang out with them at their house. And so I was bringing my things in, and I walked through my door, hands are full, dropped some things down, and I'm walking out of the house, and on the foot by the door is a palm-sized spider. My heart begins to race, really uncontrollably. I panic. I grabbed the phone, and I jumped on top of the table. That's the first thing I thought of. I gotta get off the floor so that I don't come in contact with this spider. Unfortunately, I was wearing flip-flops, which made that fear even more intense because I couldn't step on it. There was no chance to react in a way that would save my own life from this spider. So the first person I thought to call was my sister, because she usually coaches me through these things. So I pick up the phone and I'm calling her, and I'm like, you gotta help me. So she's thinking there's something really, really wrong. And in the mind of a person that is with a phobia and a fear, it is very real. But getting someone to feel that fear with you, it was very hard. So she's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, no, I'm not kidding. She says to Sheriff, get down from the table. No, I can't get down from the table. The spider's going to get me. To Sheriff, get down from the table. No. She's like, to Sheriff, I need you to go to the closet and get the broom and the can of bug spray. I'm like, but if I'm holding the broom and the can of bug spray, how am I going to talk to you? The broom, the bug spray, there's not really room for the phone. She's like, you can put the phone down. I'm like, I can? Yes, to Sherry, you can put the phone down. So I made sure I put my eyes on the spider by the door. I jumped from the table. I went to the closet, and I retrieved the broom and the bug spray. So I go back to the table. I'm standing on top of the table. I'm like, okay, now what? She's like, oh. So, Tashera, I need you to spray the spider and whack it with the broom. That means I have to put the phone down again. She's like, yes, you have to put the phone down again. I was not prepared to do this. So, I did what she said because it worked out. The spider didn't move. I put the phone down. I jumped from the table again. Spray it, and just as I'm about to whack it with the broom, she didn't mention the part about the spider was going to move. The spider chases me back on top of the table. And I was like, you didn't tell me the spider was going to move. She's like, oh my goodness. The spider did happen to run under the couch. And I sat on top of the table for an hour just to make sure the spider did not come out from under the couch. That is how real my fear is. But the point of this speech is overcoming that fear. And so in the great outdoors, I conquered my fear of spiders. It took place during a kayaking trip on the Colorado River. In this town, it's called Page, Arizona. They have a beautiful access point to the Colorado River for kayaking and outdoor sports, hiking, you name it, you can do it there in Page. Well, we traveled from Phoenix to Page, stayed the night at a friend's house, and within walking distance of this very small town, there's this place called the Windy Mesa. The Windy Mesa, you can do karaoke, you know, have happy hour, but it was just nice to feel comfortable to be able to walk. Well, we're walking down the sidewalk, and the girl that had gone the year prior says, "Oh, you remember last year when we were walking on the way back, and there was a tarantula on the sidewalk?" What, this sidewalk? You mean the sidewalk that we're walking down right now? There's a tarantula on the sidewalk. I jumped in my friend's arms. "You've got to call a cab, I can't walk anymore." To Shara, "Get down." "No, I can't walk anymore, I need a cab." "It's half a mile." "I don't care, you cannot put me down." So my friends took turns carrying me the half a mile to our friend's house. So, now I'm going to tell you about this rapid transformation with my fear. Like I said, within 24 hours, I was cured of my phobia. We get down to the river, and we are sightseeing. Well, they have different beaches because with the Colorado River, you have high rock walls and then water. But ever so often, there's a little sandy beach, some grass and rocks and things of that nature. We got off of our boats to go take pictures. We got back onto the boats after taking our pictures, and we pushed off. Now mind you, it's 120 degrees outside, but the water is 30 degrees. Unbeknownst to us, being our first time, spiders live in the grass. Not 100, not even a few 100,000. Millions of spiders live in the grass. So what happened? I had to overcome my fear. It's either get hypothermia in the 30-degree water or become a spider stomping machine. So we waged war on the spiders, and I won. I overcame my fear.